Welcome to another edition of Next Level with Skip. Hi, I'm your host, Skip J. Williams. Every week, my goal is to strive to give you the best information possible. And this week alone, I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy the information that I'm going to share with you. You see, last week was kind of interesting because I really want to go back to last week because it started something that kind of made me have an idea for this week's episode. For instance, I had a particular client last week that had a kind of interesting question for me. But within our conversation, he asked me a particular question and I responded to his question. But what caught me by surprise was what he said back to me, which was, "You're Skip J. Williams, so you can get through that." I was like, "Excuse me?" He goes like, "You're Skip J. Williams, but you can get through that." See, the part that I kind of caught me by surprise is that it's amazing how people perceive you when they don't know your background. In other words, this particular client was telling me that, "Oh, you can do all of this because you're Skip J. Williams." Okay, yeah, I do certain things, but believe it or not, I go through trials and tribulations like everybody else. In other words, I go through hardships like everyone else. Yes, I encounter adversity just like everyone else. But see, the part that the client didn't understand was, like I always say, people don't see what you have to go through to become successful. All they see is the end result, which is called quote unquote success. In other words, the client didn't see me going through all the trials and tribulations in my life. The client didn't see me when I had insufficient funds in my bank account. The client didn't see me when my lights were turned off. The client did not see me when I didn't have food on the table. The client did not see me when I almost got kicked out of my home. See, the client did not see me when I almost got the eviction notice. The client didn't see me when people walked out of my life. You see, that's what I mean by people don't see what you have to go through to become successful. People don't see the hours that I put in to succeed. People don't see all of that things that I do on a daily basis. They just see me saying, "You know what? He's successful." They don't see the hours that I put in. They don't see me stand up late at nighttime. They don't see me waking up early in the morning. See, that's what I mean by they don't see what goes on to real success. But the only way to succeed is to get up and make it happen. And that's what I want to talk about this week. Get up and make it happen. In other words, whatever you want to accomplish this week, you got to get up and do it. Don't sit there and wait for somebody to come along in your life to give it to you because that person may not show up. You see, that's something that I had to learn in my own life. Why? Because I was in my life waiting for people to come into my life. Oh, I know they're going to show up. But they never showed up. There were friends that knew I was financially strapped, meaning financially broke, to the point that it's like, "You know, I got you, Skip. You my man. You my boy. You all this." But then again, when I called them, they're nowhere around. When I needed their help, they were nowhere around. "I got you, Skip. I got you." But they never showed up. You see, that's what I mean by when you wait for somebody or you're always waiting for someone to come help you, they may not show up. You see, people will show up in your life for a time and a reason and a season. But when that time and that season is up, they're going to leave. When that time is up, they're going to leave. When you give people that opportunity to help you, you have to be willing to help yourself as well. People always say, "You know what, help me, help me." But then again, they're not even doing anything on a daily basis to help themselves. You see, that's something I had to learn in my own life. Why? Because I was sitting there waiting and procrastinating and hoping somebody would come into my life and they never showed up. When I made those phone calls, people's like, "You know, yeah, I like what you're telling me, Skip. I want you to come in to speak to our audience. I want you to come in and speak to our schools. I want you to come in and speak to our company, our team. I want you to do that, Skip." Then all of a sudden they don't call back. You see, so all of a sudden here I am making all those phone calls back to them. "I like what you're telling me, Skip. But then again, I'll call you back." They never showed up. But it was up to me to make it happen. And that's what I'm talking about, getting up every day and making it happen. So in other words, when people didn't call me, I got up and went outside. I got dressed. I went outside and went to their office. I mean, really in person, to the point that's like, "You showed up." Yes, that's my point. When you want something bad enough, you'll wake up and show up. In other words, when you want something bad enough, you'll get up and make it happen. That's what I'm talking about this week. Get up and make it happen. Why? Because when you want something bad enough, you got to get up and go get it. And I truly mean get up and go get it. I'm not talking about standing in bed all day. I mean, truly get out of the bed and go get what you want. If you want to be successful, get up and go get it. If you want to become a millionaire, get up and go get it. If you want to start your own company, get up and get started. You see, that's what I mean by making it happen this week. I'm not talking about procrastinating this week. I'm talking about standing up, getting up and making it happen every single day this week and from the rest of your life. You see, that's how champions do it on a daily basis. They don't go through life talking about, "I'm waiting for someone to come along and help me." No, champions stand up and make it happen. In other words, champions get up every day day and go get it. They get up and go do what needs to be done. They get up and make it happen. That's what I mean by this week, starting today, you got to get up and go get it. Don't wait for anybody or nothing to come to your life. Start getting up and go get it. Start picking up that book and start reading. Start going out looking for another job if you have to. If you're broke, get up and go get a job. And I truly mean get up and go get it. Why? Because if you're going through life talking about, I'm waiting for someone else to come along in my life to help me, you're losing control of your own life. Did you hear what I just said? If you're waiting for someone else to come along to help you, you're losing control. As a champion, you have to step up your game. And I do mean step up your game and take control back. When you're going through life giving other people control of you, you're giving them the leverage over you. Think about what I just said. If you're giving somebody control over you, you're giving them leverage over you, meaning they have control over you, so they have the leverage to kind of move you any way they want to in your life. You got to be stronger than that. And I mean, to the point that, you know what? I'm taking my control back. I am my own leverage. Why? Because I am my own success. And I truly mean, put yourself in that attitude on a daily basis, like I am in control of my life. I am the champion that I know I can be. And I'm always going to push myself today to get even higher, to become a better champion. That's what I mean by elevating yourself to the next level this week. Don't go through life waiting. Go through life standing up and making things happen this week. Because if you want to be successful, you got to get up and go get it. And I truly mean get up every single day and go get it. No, don't let not one day pass by this week. Get up and go get it every single day. You see, when you go through life, when the trenches, when you go through life in the hard times, when you start facing adversity, you got to understand what you have to do on a daily basis to overcome your challenges. Why? Because life will challenge you, but you got to be prepared mentally for it. You got to be prepared physically for it. Why? Because if you're not prepared for life, life will run you over, literally. It'll make you run ragged. But you have to understand yourself and say, you know what? Whatever it takes today, I am going to go get it. Why? Because I want to succeed. So you got to get up and go get it. You want to become successful? Get up and go get it. You want to become, like I said before, you want to become a millionaire? Get up and go get your money. If you want to start your own company, start understanding what it takes to start your own company. Become that entrepreneur. Get up and go get it. Because if you stand in bed all day, well, you're missing out on your opportunities. You got to get out of your bed to create your own opportunities. Think about that. When people see me, they see me as a success. Why? Because I put in the work every day. I get up and put it in. I get up and make the phone calls I need to make. I get up and hit the street like I always do. I get up on a daily basis and say, you know what? I need to type at least 10 to 15 pages today. See, I'm always doing something towards my next level in life. That's what I mean by get up and go get it. Most people don't see me putting out all the work that I put in. They just see the end results. They just see like me on video. They just see me speaking in front of public. They don't see me putting in the reading time. They don't see me putting in the typing time. They don't see me stand up, well, like maybe putting in 120 hours a week. See, people don't understand that part of me. They only see the end results. So when that client told me like, oh, you can do anything. You Skip J. Williams. No, you're looking at somebody that wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. You're looking at somebody that was not born with a trust fund. You see, I'm not a trust fund, baby. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. That's what I mean by you got to do something every day to go get it, because life is not going to be easy for you, and it's not going to come easy. You got to get up and make it happen every day. And the only way you're going to make it happen, you got to tell yourself, you know what? Today, I'm making it happen. I mean, literally just like that, I'm making it happen. You see, most people go through life saying, well, if I work 9 to 5, I'll put in 40 hours a week and I'll be happy. But how many people do you know that go through life working a 9 to 5 job and still sad? You see, that's what I mean by putting in the work towards what you really want to accomplish. Because I know plenty of people that go to 9 to 5 jobs and they're just bored to death. Then all of a sudden, I also know people that work maybe 3 to 4 jobs. You heard me, 3 or 4 jobs, not just 1 or 2. I mean 3 or 4 jobs. How do I know? Because you're looking at somebody that was doing it many times over. In other words, I had 2 full-time jobs. I had 2 part-time jobs all at the same time. So, and people are like, well, how did you get to that level? I put in the work. You see, that's what I mean by putting in the work every day. Don't go through like talking about, oh, it's going to be easy, looking for a handout. Don't go through like talking about, oh, somebody's going to come along and help me. What if that person never come along? What if nobody show up? Then what are you going to do? You see, you have to start depending on yourself. You have to understand what life is all about. You have to start doing what it takes today. Why? Because as a champion, you have to do whatever it takes every single day. Don't go through life waiting. Don't go through life depending on someone else. Don't go through life procrastinating. Get your butt up today and start doing something towards your life. In other words, create your better life. Do something today that's going to make you successful. Don't go through life talking about, I'm waiting. Stop waiting, start doing. You heard me, stop waiting and start doing. Start doing what it takes to succeed. But only way you're going to make it happen and to succeed is to get up and go get it. And I truly mean get up every single day and go get what you want. In other words, your success and your goals and ideas are waiting on you to achieve them. So get up every single day and go get it. Start making it happen. Why? Because as a champion, you got to do whatever it takes. And not only way you're going to do whatever it takes is to get up and go get it. And I truly mean get up and go make it happen today and this week. That's your mission. My challenge to you for this week is to get up and go get it. Until next week, this is Skip J. Williams saying, have an outstanding week.